Hey, good morning. It's 5:51. Dave and Carol broadcasting live this morning from Children's Hospital of Wisconsin. We're here together for the holidays, trying to raise cash for the families and help them out through the holiday season financially.
We're in the presence of a superhero.
I had no idea. So you're the Batman? Yeah, he's the Batman.
Jingle bells, Batman snows, I've been waiting. Batmobile was stolen, Joker ran away. Hey!
Nick has spent about 700 days of his life in the hospital.
So you're very well aware then of what it's like to spend time at the hospital during the holidays.
What do I want to say? All too well.
Okay.
We've actually spent every single big holiday in the hospital, and I have 4 children, everybody's birthday at one point or another since Nick's been staying here.
You know, when you add in the added burden of the financial pressure that all brings, like, you know, eating the meals out and having to stay overnight and all the gasoline and all the travel that you have to do, that's got to be something that I think even, like, we kind of think now we might know about, but it's probably way more than anybody even can really fathom.
The financial burden is, it's astronomical.
Stacy, how you
Hi,
doing?
Stacy.
Thank you so much. All right, so Stacy, first of all, you're from Madison?
I am.
How many children?
We have 3 other girls.
Okay, 3 other girls, and talk about Antonio and what he's in here for.
Antonio is 7, and he was diagnosed last year with aplastic anemia. So he's here for a bone marrow transplant.
Tell me about being a parent during the holidays and dealing with as mom, you know, you want to make the food and you want to buy the gifts and you want to help the other kids and you want to decorate the house. And tell me what that feels like. Can you put that into words?
It kind of pulls at you to not be able to do the things that you normally do. But the important thing for us was to be able to be together.
That's what this money would be used for, this Together for the Holidays, is if people come in and they want to visit and they don't have a place to stay, we can maybe find a place for them to stay. Or if they don't have the means to go out and get a meal, you can get a certificate of something where you can go out and grab a sandwich or something like that. It's huge.
All right, so Bob, this past May when we did the Miracle Marathon, first year you donated money. And what did you say when you called up to donate the money?
Well, I told him at the time that I never knew anybody who had been at Children's Hospital and actually never knew anybody who needed Children's Hospital, but felt like I had some extra money and maybe it was time to do something for somebody else.
Now that's in May.
That was in May.
Right. And
Now,
then what happens?
Yeah, what happens in the fall?
November 7th, Ashley was in a car accident and she was driving down the road, lost control of the car, wound up in the ditch, hit her head, and was unconscious when they found her, and was fled for life to Children's Hospital. You don't really appreciate it until you're actually here. You always think, well, you know, that's somebody else's problem. And doctors and nurses make money, and people that work here make money. You don't think of them really needing things until you're the one on the receiving end. You have no idea what kind of care is here. But the staff here are second to none.
So my social work and my child life teams, my spiritual care teams, they're on the front line. They're in partnership with those families. They're hearing those stories. And then they're the ones that work in collection with each other and with other resources within the hospital to determine what's the path that we can take for this family. And you know, the holidays, while it really does bring this to the forefront of our thinking.
Yeah, like we were talking about earlier, this isn't
just happening at the holidays. This happens in the middle of January. This happens every day for every family. And every situation that a child is here in the hospital for is just as critical as the next.
Right. Peggy Troy, President, CEO, Children's Hospital and Health System. I would give it up for Peggy if I were you.
We typically have 200 to 275 kids in the hospital during Christmas. Now I got to tell you that our doctors and nurses try everything in the world to get the kids home, but sometimes that just can't happen. So what we like to do is make this the best celebration we can for them. We wrap ourselves around them, we have presents, we have staff here, our doctors dress up as Santa Claus, and we try to make this a really happy place.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.